Thanks to the South Bank Center. And technically, I am Sudanese Russian. My mother is Russian and she's right here in the audience. So thanks for coming, Mom. So when I wrote this story, my family had already moved to Qatar. We were living in Sudan up until I was about the age of Nafisa, a teenage girl. We moved to Qatar, and when I wrote this story, I wrote it as a story, a short story. This will never go anywhere, this will never be turned into anything because I am unlikely to return to Sudan. The government was still in charge, the al-Bashir government was still in charge, so I had written it as an exercise in writing. And then with the Doha Film Institute, being able to get a grant to actually make this film, to be able to go back to Sudan, was only possible when the revolution had happened in 2019. And that's when I thought, I'm actually able to go back to Sudan with a grant, with some money to make this film. And for me, it was just important to talk about women. There's very few films in general that come out of Sudan, and even fewer about women. So for me, this was a very important story to tell about arranged marriage, and the Hosh that you see there, the central yard in a Sudanese family home, is where all these politics intersect, of the family, of cotton, of colonialism, and I can go on, but I'll stop there.
Wonderful, I love it. And I think what I always find really extraordinary about Sit, I've seen it 3 times, but it was only after the second time that I watched it that Nafisa doesn't have any lines. And yet it's such a powerful performance. It's so much storytelling through her performance without the narrative, without the text even. We'll come back to Al Sit in a moment.